So we just had a look at the sliders, the faders on the left. Now let's go take a look at the different tabs here at the top of this window. These different tabs, they house different parameters. So mod is, of course, modulation. In mod, you get two different LFOs, a slow one and a fast one. The fast one is called vibrato rate, and the slow one is called slow rate. Vibrato is more that very audible, fast movement of the pitch. And if I put the mix all the way to 100%, you can actually hear these two LFOs in action. Here comes the sound. So you can clearly hear the delayed sound is being modulated a bit. I can turn this up, of course. This still is considered slow because it only goes up to 10 Hertz, while the vibrato rate goes up to 20 Hertz. It's twice as fast. So let's have a listen to that. See, that's why it's called vibrato rate. It's a lot faster and it resembles vibrato a bit. Right? So there's two LFOs. Overmod is something else. This actually allows you to take the depth of the slow rate. Let me bring this all back. And let's put that to 100%. And once you start turning this up, you actually take the slow depth and multiply it by whatever number you set it to here. So if I put it up to 18.1, this is 18.1 times this slow depth. So this is a lot of modulation at a very slow rate. See? This is what we had. And this allows you to create very weird and noisy types of modulation. And there is a reason for the tooltips saying you can turn it up way too high. Seriously, use caution. So this is one to be careful with. But we'll get into all that a little later. Let's go to the next tab. That says taps, and taps have to deal with whatever amount of taps you set here in the mode, the different algorithms. And the first parameter is spread. Now, this does not have to do with the stereo width, as you might think. This one does, the width control for the delay taps. But spread in the taps tab deals with how far apart the different delay lines, the different echoes that you choose here, let's put this to 16 for this example, are apart from each other. So now they're at 50% of each other. If I turn this all the way to 0, there's not going to be any distance between the 16 echoes at all. In other words, they're going to sound as one sound. Let me just bring this mix a bit down. So if I'm going to set this to, let's say, 1/8 note, I'm going to hear an echo of 1/8 note that contains actually 16 sounds, 16 delayed sounds, but they're all condensed into this one sound. They're all sounding at exactly the same time. Hope I make sense. Here we go. See? So that's only actually one, it sounds as one sound. If I turn this back to 50%, they're now spread out from each other for 50%. If I turn this all the way up to 100%, you're now hearing, well, you're actually hearing 8 sounds, but these are 16 taps. Because what's happening is you hear 8 on the left and 8 on the right, and they sound together. You can actually randomize the timing of those a bit with this random button. If I turn this up, maybe I should put this to 1/4 then, you'll start to hear that the delayed taps are actually randomized a bit in time. So that makes it also easier to distinguish the left and right from one another. If I turn width a bit up, starts to sound a lot wider. So that's random, so we got that. Then slope. Slope actually is dealing with how these different tabs, these 16 different tabs, are being shaped in level. Think of that as an envelope on a synthesizer. If I turn this all the way to minus 100%, you'll start to hear them fade in, right? If I do this the other way around, if I put them to 100% positive, they'll start to fade out. See? And of course, you're free to set that anywhere in between. Now, skew deals with the left and right balance. If it's on 0%, both left tabs and the right tabs will start at the same time. If I bring this to the left, of course, you'll first hear the left tab and then the right tab. This also depends on your input panning. If I put this to stereo, let me set this to a slower delay time so it's a little easier to hear. So that is what skew does. And the last knob in the tabs window is tab gain. This is actually no more than a gain for the tabs. So if you think your delay lines are still too loud or too soft, you can bring them up or down here. As opposed to. So that's the tabs tab. Now let's go have a look at the diffusion tab in the next video.